This is Mr. Shimoda's house. He picked me up at the airport. Kitchen. They have a huge refrigerator, 4 doors. He's painting his car.
Video?
Yeah. This was the bedroom I stayed in last night. The bed is still a mess. The front wall of my bedroom is the outside front wall. He's fixing scratches so he can paint. It's typical Japanese farmer's house.
Yeah.
Only 2 years old.
They rebuilt.
They rebuild it. And this is a Japanese, rice field. Little field on the terrace. White monkeys live in the tree area or?
Mountain. Yeah. There's 2 roads. Road goes to Kikuchi River, which is very big river. Yeah. We must cross the river.
The sports complex is beside the river, sort of?
Yeah. It's that way, yeah.
Oh. So is this area considered Tamana right now, or it's?
Yeah, right now it's city. Not the center of the city.
Is that hospital or the big building?
This one?
Yeah. Actually,
I don't know.
Oh, it's not as big as I thought. Kikuchi River.
Yeah. This water comes from Mount Aso.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's like the snow melts off Mount Aso and it comes down to this river.
And another only, I guess, 3 miles. It's sea.
Oh, only 3 miles to
3
the
miles,
sea.
yeah.
And that's, what's the name of that?
Ariake.
Yeah, Ariake Sea. Is it always kind of foggy?
Foggy?
Yeah. Is that special today, or it's that way when it's humid, or?
Humid, yeah, sometimes it's foggy, yeah.
Grab the city?
That's another road.
Another bridge?
Another bridge. Tamana Ohashi.
Gosh.
You see?
And that's the one you usually take to go home?
If we take straight, we turn right? Over there. If we take straight, we take this
I see.
bridge. Yeah.
It's interesting to have the city, and the rice field is right there in the city.
Yeah. Then over there is a hot spring hotel.
The biggest
All is biggest and
hot spring hotels are always that big.
4 or 5 hot spring over there.
Onsen hotel.
Leading into the back of my house. The houses all look about the same. And now you can see here's my house. This room is the one with the air conditioner. And in the middle is the washing machine on the outside, on the patio. And then another little room. This is the landlord and his granddaughter. And Morimoto Sensei, the teacher. And this is Sakata Sensei. He's the man I've done all the paperwork with when coming here. And my property includes where her car is sitting, so if I decide to get a car, I have a place to park it. This is the bike I bought this morning at the used furniture place. It was about $50 for this used bike. From the other direction, my house, Scottish car. Now you can see how narrow the street is. These are watermelon plants inside the greenhouses. This is Mr. Kitazawa, principal. He's taking me from Tamana to Kumamoto, and we are stopped so we can see greenhouses. Oh yeah. Can see the watermelon. It's round. Yeah? Japanese watermelon is round. Oh yeah, ours is long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Americans is just like a rugby ball. Rugby ball.
Yeah, like kind of egg almost.
What is rice, isn't it? Rice.
Oh, these are rice field. And probably those greenhouses on the mountain are also for watermelon and tomatoes or
perhaps the melon, soda, no? Soda, I think so.
you think so?
Grape.
Ah, grapes.
Grape.
Budo.
Also grape.
And there's orchard up on the mountain.
Well,
What? This elephant ear kind of plant grows sato imo, which is a kind of sticky potato. I really like it. This is from the top of the hill. You can see many farming villages and around. Lots of greenhouses. This one is a cantaloupe version. I don't know if you can see the cantaloupe on the vine, but they have the vines up on poles. There's a cantaloupe hiding behind this leaf. This is a fish in the basement of the department store. Oh yeah, this one. Inside the fish. What kind of fish?
Mackerel.
Mackerel?
Mackerel. So sardine.
Sardine?
Sardine.
Yeah, little one sardine. Yeah. Salmon. Salmon steaks. And fish eggs. Is this a little fish?
So this little fish, yeah.
It's a shellfish. You can see the shell it came out of. This is all shellfish or
Shellfish.
prepared differently.
そうですね。
We have an orange trees, orange tree orchard. If you look at the trees, you can see the oranges are very green right now. And over here, these are grapevines. The little white sacks are around clumps of grapes, still growing on the vine. These are the white bags with the grapes inside. This is kind of you-pick place we stopped. You can pick oranges, apples, grapes, cantaloupe, maybe watermelon. They kind of help you pick. And
Oh. ちょっとどこにおるの？うん？
really big.
これで動くの？はいはい。これ。
What is
もうこれ。いいでーす。
あ、ぶどうした？ぶどうっていうの。あ、オッケー。で、元気に、それね。
The Tom and a Girls High School. Quick look at the outside front. Here we are entering my new house. And I only had a little time to put things away, so it's not really organized yet. But I wanted to show you before I send the videotape. When you first come in the house, it's just cement on the floor where you leave the shoes, and big step to the house. And right beside the entry is a little sink, washing area, because next to it is a bathroom. And you'll notice it has a Western style toilet, which the landlord put in just because I was moving in, and has the same kind of bidet, and it's called shower toilet. It has different settings, and it has heated seat during the winter. You can turn the heat on so it's not so cold. It's a small toilet room. And as you can see, the tank is triangle and it sits in the corner with a little water faucet on top. So if you need to rinse your hands after you use the bathroom, you can before you come out. And then of course the sink right outside the bathroom for washing your hands. I will probably have some toothbrush kind of things sitting in this area eventually. Now we will enter the rest of the house. Next stop is the shower and bathtub room. As you can see, there's a curtain which pulls across the doorway. And then there's the shower, which can be put low if you want to sit down on my new little seat with a wash basin. Or you can put the shower up high for standing. And the tub used to have heating, which meant the tub itself would keep the water warm after you filled it. That's what this dial is for. However, that dial is broken. So the tub still works and you can still put hot water in it, but it will not heat. It's about maybe 1 yard deep. Yeah, about 3 feet deep. And I will be keeping some things in the back. Ledge. Good for soaking. It's really deep. And the next room is the kitchen. I bought this dining room table, and it has 2 chairs, and later you will see 2 more chairs that don't match, but I could use to seat 4 people. and it was a total of about $90, maybe $85 for 4 chairs and the table. And the table is about the size of a card table. However, this side folds up to add about another 1.5 feet of length that direction. Then I have the sink area, stainless steel sink, and a ledge above the sink with a smoked glass window. And above the smoked glass, these area can be used for storage. I don't have yet anything to store in them, but that's what they're for. This is the range. It's brand new, and it was, I think it was bought by the landlord, but maybe by the school. It has the 2 burners, and then this middle area is called a grill, and it's supposed to be for fish, but I was told it also works well for pizza, leftover pizza or something. Cabinet space under this area. And then the refrigerator, which is brand new, and it was also, I think, purchased by the school. This is the freezer area. Inside dimensions of the freezer are probably about 18 inches wide and 24 inches tall. The ice cube tray and those different shelves. Refrigerator space is probably about 3.5 feet tall, and again 18 inches wide, maybe about 18 to 24 inches deep. And it's so hot today that I had to put the chocolate chips I brought and chocolate chip cookies in the refrigerator because they were melting. So we say atsui desu ne, means it's really hot, isn't it? And currently it's on the floor, but eventually the landlord will put a board on top of the refrigerator so it will be wide enough to hold this, which is a microwave oven and kind of toaster oven combination. If you take the shelf out, the bottom has a turntable like a regular microwave, and the shelf is like a grill you can put in to use more like an oven. The microwave oven was purchased for the first English teacher, who was actually from England, and she taught for 2 years. Then the girl from Montana taught for 2 years, and now I'm here. The Montana girl didn't use these things, so they've been in storage. But the microwave oven was purchased for her, as was this, I guess you'd call it a china closet or hutch. The top glassed in area has shelves. This is just a few dishes I have so far. The glasses I bought and the dishes and the smoked glass were given to me by one of the teachers, English teachers. And I purchased a cutting board. And in the bottom there's 2 thin drawers. This is some silverware and knives I purchased. And then this drawer is a little thicker. Some of this are items that I brought from the United States. Some I purchased, and most of it was stuff that was given to the English teacher earlier and came with the hutch when they brought it to this house. And the bottom I will use for storing canned goods, muffin tin, those kinds of things. Okay, next we will go to I guess you would call this a bedroom. It's across the hall from the bathroom. It has these smoked plastic doors. It's kind of across from the bathroom and kitchen. This is a 6-mat room, which means it has 6 tatami mats. The tatami mat is always the same size, and a room is measured by how many tatami mats it takes to cover the floor. This is one of the other chairs that can go with the table. There's one set of windows in this room which have smoked windows, and then the other side has, the bottom is smoked and the top is plain glass. This goes out onto, it's like sliding glass doors, which goes out and can, it's a big step, but you can step down into the area where I have my bike parked. You can park a little car here. And as we saw earlier, the washing machine. The landlord just today, this morning, put these poles, which I had asked so I can use hangers and hang clothes to dry. It's very common. Here's an area which I hope I can use for hanging clothes if I can get a rod to put across there. Right now it has a vacuum cleaner, which was also given by the school. It's brand new. And this area, sliding area, can be used to store the futon, which is a mattress you sleep on. However, I'm not going to be sleeping in this room, so I have some bathroom storage on one side, and I will use the other side for storing suitcases. Gives an idea of how tall the storage space is. This is the room I will have my phone in when I can hook it up, because this is the only room with phone hookup at this time. However, I need to have a converter because the phone jack is a different shape than the phone cord I brought from the United States. We'll now go through the kitchen, through this doorway to the other 6-mat tatami room. This one has stuff still sitting on the floor. This will be my main room, because this is the room that has the air conditioner in it, as you can see above the sliding glass doors. It also has one wall with sliding glass doors and one wall with smoke glass windows. If we open these smoke glass windows, we can see the neighbors. And this is the walk path I took earlier when I was showing you the outside of the house. Walk path going the other direction. Kind of a little jungle area behind my house. If we come back on the inside, this corner area is known as a tokonoma, which is an area specially built for decoration. And I hope to learn how to do flower arrangement, because that is the common thing to put in this area. I currently have some pictures from home and a couple dolls from my doll collection, my CDs, and this is my new CD player. Very nice CD player, which has 2 cassette tape areas, a CD player, and a radio. And they told me if I bought it new here it would be about $300, but I bought it at the used furniture store, so it only cost me about $80, maybe $85. And I think in the United States, if it were new, it would probably be at least $350. But it's in new condition. The only thing that's not new about it, there's a few scuff marks in one corner, and there's no manual, owner's manual. It's very nice, works really well. And this wall, across from the sliding glass, is a sliding door wall. As you can see, it's now open, all slid to one side. And this is the smallest room of the 3 tatami rooms. This is only a 4.5 tatami room, which basically indicates that it's square also. And it will primarily be used for storage, I think. It has 2 sliding glass doors that go into nowhere. You can't really leave that way, but you can see across to the neighbors, with a row of hedge right in between, which helps kind of block the view. And it has a small closet with a swinging door, which am currently using. I've received 2 boxes of winter clothes, and then the things I've brought for gifts and odds and ends up in the top half. Same small room also has a sliding door, which takes us back to the kitchen. And straight ahead is the door to go outside, which is where we came in the first place. That door is the one with the key, so that's the one I will go in and out of primarily. However, the 2 larger rooms with the sliding doors can be used to go outside for working in the yard or doing laundry, as they just cannot be locked from the outside. And that's my new house. I think the only furniture that I will buy, besides what I already have, is maybe a small dresser, which I might put inside one of the closets. As you can see in the air-conditioned room, this big closet area, sliding glass door, sliding paper doors, I'm using to put clothes on one side, just stacked along. And then if we slide to the other direction, we see my futon. The one for sleeping is actually the second one up, the green, you can see. And above it is a thin futon, which is actually a cover for summertime. And then the one on the very bottom is the thick futon, which is used as a cover. It's kind of like a down comforter for the winter. And all of those, plus the pillow, were all purchased for the first teacher, and they had them in storage. They dry cleaned them for me before I got them. So really they have furnished a lot for me. The bedding, they furnished everything. The washing machine, the air conditioner, refrigerator, microwave, range, vacuum cleaner were all purchased either by the landlord or the school. And all of the furniture I have purchased, the CD player, the chairs and table, and my bicycle, were all purchased at a used furniture store, which was near one of the teachers' homes, the Shimada Sensei, the teacher who picked me up from the airport. So I was fortunate to have that help to get the furniture. 21 houses in this complex. This is the street coming up to my house. This is the main door. So if I was driving, I would have to leave that way. But walking, I can cross beside my house to a little walkway. The walkway I just came out of, my house is in the back. You can see the roof. And the street comes around this direction. And I will be walking down this direction. If I follow this street for about 1 block, you can see it is a Y intersection. And this is maybe about 1 block, normal size block. And I will turn right at that Y intersection. You can see this street is narrow, but not so narrow compared to many other streets. But they do have walls along the street, which helps keep people out of houses, meaning they don't drive into the house. To the Y, you can see the mirror. They have these round mirrors at most intersections because you can't see oncoming traffic. So they have a mirror so you can see the traffic that's coming. There's a little shop on the corner where the man's using the telephone. And this apartment complex here is where the people I'm staying with, Mrs. Uemura, her daughter, who is 26, she and her husband live in that apartment complex. So it is very close. I keep going. This time it's a long block, maybe almost 2 blocks. You can see the car at the end. That car is parked in a driveway. Right before I get to that car, I will turn. Approaching that corner I told you about. And if I had left at this corner, first I pass an elementary school. You can see the playground is on this side. And the building behind the playground is the elementary school. And the darker brown building to the left has a water tower above it. That is Palmina Girls High School. So it's about 2.5 blocks to where I am now, maybe 3 blocks. And then another 2 blocks straight down where the car is coming to the Palmina Girls High School. But instead of turning to the Palmina Girls High School, I turned right. And I'm going a short block to this corner. And then I'm going to keep going to the next little corner. And I will be going to Uremura Sensei. She's the word processing teacher. And hopefully I will find her house right over here. It's actually maybe it would be about 3 blocks, but you have to go around the block, so maybe it's closer to 4 or 5 blocks. And 5 long blocks to the school. The entrance to Uremura's house. I've got a stone path. In the backyard, they have lots and lots of bonsai tree. Maybe we can go see them soon. Konnichiwa.
こんにちは。
Name wa nan desu ka?
久美子。
Kumiko. And Kumiko is same age. Yeah. We are same age. 29?
ああ、同じ29歳。
Yeah, we are both same age.
久美子は、her birthday is July 31.
Ah, she just became. Ah, so I'm older. How many bonsai?
これかな。
It's off when you come and put on some indoor sandals or slippers, and if you had to leave change every time you left a